Hello, my name is Spencer Bradley, and I'm with Tech Resources. I'm the Vice President of Strategic Partnerships here at Tech Resources, and I am here at the Venetian in Las Vegas, joined by a very special guest. This is Oz Hawk from CyberFox, and we are here at both the MSP Summit as well as the Channel Partner Expo in Las Vegas, and we're here talking with a lot of interesting companies and a lot of innovative topics taking place. And I know for CyberFox is MSSP platform, AI powered MSSP automation and agentic incident response is central to your value proposition. And Oz, I know from your perspective, you've taken on a role to really grow, the channel and the partnerships and really the company as a whole. So, we'd love to better understand, how AI has impacted cybersecurity and your role.
Sure. So, just to give a little intro to my role, so I'm the Vice President of Global Channels and Alliances. I was brought in to help sort of take CyberFox to the next phase. So, to give you the 15-second run on who CyberFox is. So CyberFox, we're based out of Tampa, Florida. We've been around for a little over 4 years, over 4,000 customers those 4 years. And our focus is on cybersecurity within privileged access management. So identity, passwords, privileged access. So we're on the preventive side of cybersecurity. And where our primary customer base is selling to the IT technology companies out there, the MSPs, and also the SMB market. And so within the SMB market, we're looking at lean IT teams. So those that don't need that complex enterprise grade privileged access management. You want easy, yet scalable and affordable technologies. That's where we fit.
Yep, absolutely. Well, one thing that you just brought up is that you are at the intersection where you're trying to stop attacks, before they ever take place. And are you finding that is going to just become continuing challenge with the AI and the advances in AI technology with the bots and everything that's out there?
I do. We're sort of educating the ecosystem out there that, before we're looking at people as the bad actors coming into the business, right? Now, AI can mutate and act as bad actors that are humans that are already in your system. So as soon as you build a bot, or if you build an agentic AI agent, right? Well, those agents are essentially have people access. Right? All the same workflows, approvals. So we're looking to be able to manage those sorts of bad actors in the same way that we would as regular folks. So AI has really changed the way we're looking at how internal systems also need to be looked at from an identity and access standpoint. Provide the least amount of privilege, you're going to get the least amount of attacks.
Absolutely. It's true. And the thing is that, I think companies, both small and large, are really at this inflection point where they know they've always wanted to take cybersecurity seriously, but with the way that the technology is advancing today and with the AI agents and with the AI buyers, the AI sellers, the AI coders, everything, it's like it's gotten to a point where I think companies are really buckling down and trying to get a grasp and a true understanding of their environments and even find agents that are hidden within their own system.
Yeah, 100%. As AI becomes easier to leverage within an organization, and as users become more bold and trained and upskilled, there's going to be more and more of that around there, right? So you have, simple as vibe coders that are out there that are building apps. Yet they don't have the skill set to understand, well, what have I actually coded? Where are the vulnerabilities and flaws? Right? And so that's just a great example of where we just need to be careful. Have governance around it. There's various policies that we need to put in place. But it's an ever-changing world.
It really is.
You got to really figure it out.
It's so true. It's so true. And I mean, obviously you guys are doing something right. 4,000 customers and founded in 2022. It's been quite the ramp thus far.
Absolutely.
I'm sure, conferences and environments like this is a great way to not only strengthen the partnerships that you have, but also, educate the folks that we're interacting with, in the expo hall and just around the conference as a whole on, what they need to be mindful of, as we kind of move forward.
Absolutely. I mean, around every corner is somebody that I've worked with in the past
Yep.
or that is a different part of the business that we used to be in the same part of the business with. So it's a small but large ecosystem. Yeah. And these events just bring us together and we're all talking about the same challenges that we all need to address. They're not elephants in the room anymore. They're there. We need to figure it out.
Absolutely.
And we're hoping to be on the front end of that.
Absolutely.
As a vendor. Protecting giving the MSP the tools they need.
Yep.
But then also now going into internal IT and giving them the same tools to go work, get the SMB.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, and with some of the other solution providers and vendors that I've had conversations with thus far here, on the showroom floor, they were talking about their focus was on MSPs, but the internal, IT is something that they are shifting their focus and really trying to, build business within, companies that have that internal IT, and leverage that as, a way for continued growth. But it's interesting because I think, like you said, it's such a, it's a big market and there's a lot of people here and there's a lot of competition, but I think companies like CyberFox are really able to, slot into an environment very neatly
Yeah.
and not necessarily look to, replace a company's entire cybersecurity system.
Right, exactly. We're not bulky and heavy and, it's hard to implement, right? That's the secret sauce for us. We are supposed to be able to install the software in hours, not days or months. And then you train it over a couple of weeks, not training it over 3 or 4 months, right? It's just a whole different way of working. And CyberFox will always be MSP host, right? That's just our for us bread and butter. We have David Blaney, he's one of the founders, ex-founders of ConnectWise and that building this. Got his own MSP. Got out of Celestica, who's been in the MSP industry for a while. That's our bread and butter. We're not going to do anything to jeopardize our relationship with MSP, right? But whenever the MSP is not involved with that SME market, or they're not able to provide the service, that's where we'll come in and help internal IT. We'll have the same level of solutions that they can manage themselves. Yeah, so that's it's got to sort of the challenge right now. And I think there are a lot of strategic vendors out there that they're a little ahead on the AI side, especially when it comes to implementation and governance. So we work with some great companies like Box 8, as on the AI intelligence and AI services side, making a huge pivot over there. We had companies like New Charter that are standardizing on how they can help the MSP community not just talk about AI, but actually help them understand what to do with it. So partnering with all these folks, even Microsoft.
Yeah.
More to come on that one.
Well, we're very excited to, hear more about that, the other advancements. But like you said, obviously CyberFox and with all the folks that we have here at the MSP Summit, it's a great place to be. A lot of great conversations and, I'm looking forward to for the next couple days to see what we have in store. But it's really been a pleasure connecting and
Same.
look forward to, following continued success.
Absolutely. Special. Thanks for having me on here and look forward to seeing you around the corner the next month.
Sounds great. Thanks, Otis.
Thank you.